Hey guys, Lego Man 7777 doing the, what is it, sixth or seventh set. I think it's 7 actually. The 7th set for the winter line. It is the ATAP Walker. So, ages 8 to 14, number 75043, has 717 pieces and costs $59.99. Now, let's see about the box. We got, again, new spring-loaded shooter, 5 minifigures, battling on Kashyyyk, just like the droid gunship. On the back, just a different scene. On Kashyyyk, I kind of like this picture. I didn't really look at it in detail before. So the features and that, and little clips that they show. So that's it for the box. Just some notes about the set before I get into it. This set has the biggest box of all the winter line for 2014. It is also the biggest and most expensive set for the 2014 line. Piece-wise, it is the biggest set by about 200 pieces, because I think the other set, one of the exclusives, none of the sets under this one have even 500, is what I'm saying. So this beats every set by over 200 pieces. And last little side note is, out of any winter line, this is the biggest set to be released. Not price-wise, because the biggest set is always $60, but this piece count is the highest. In second place now, which used to be the reigning champion for the highest piece count, was the Republic Attack Shuttle at 636 pieces. But this one beats it by almost 100 and still costs the same price, which is always good. So anyway, enough about that. Let's get into this review. So, as you can tell, this set has more than one instruction booklet. It has 2. But in book 1, what do we do? At the end of book 1, we're about here, so we just finished the feet of the ATAP, and this is 53 pages long. So that's a pretty hefty build right there. That's like a full set. And then here's our minifigure gallery, which is, it's interesting because the other book had the checklist. This one doesn't have that. But here is our final digital model after 43 more pages. So in total, this set has a 96-page build, which is quite high. But you got to remember, it does have 700 pieces, so that's to be expected. Alright, so let's get into our minifigures. Start with the least important and go to most important. So, oh, we're not going to focus? Okay. Cool. Can we focus on the droid? No, you don't want to focus on the droid? Why? Why don't you want to focus on the droid? There we go. I mean, it's not super important, but our first minifigure is the battle droid. Just like in a whole ton of other sets. Nothing special. Just your regular everyday battle droid. But like I said, if you collect this whole wave, you pretty much have enough droids to do like a mini army or a battalion or something. So our next minifigure is the Super Battle Droid, which they've included in quite a few sets already too. But again, there's nothing new about him. He's just the same as he is in every other set. and he doesn't have a rocket arm, for people that are curious. Our final droid minifigure, and again, still not new, but acceptable. I mean, he's much better than the other droids, is a droid commander. So, you know, you need a commander to lead the battalion you have, so he works. But he's pretty much just a regular droid except for the head printing and that tiny yellow mark on its chest. So that's our droid commander. Our next minifigure is brand new. Uses the new printed Wookiee design, and this time it is Chief Tarful, the one of the commanders in the Wookiee army. So as you can see, there's a ton of detail on him. I'm not quite sure. He might have the same leg printing as Chewie. Don't quote me on that, but it looks like it. But maybe they changed up the pattern a little bit. Other than that, he's got a completely new body because he's got the armor on. You can see they have even a lot of shoulder detail put into him. And you can see, like, I don't know, just all of his armor and fur. They make it actually look like he has fur, like he really does. On the back, you can see his, like, dreadlock type hairstyle, and his belt, and all that fun stuff. But he's really cool. I like Tarful. And he comes with a old style shotgun. And our last minifigure, which is probably one of the most anticipated minifigures for the wave, or all time, because so many people make mocks of him. It is Clone Commander Gree. And they pretty much nailed him spot on to the movie. So, he's got a regular standard blaster, binoculars, just so he can scout ahead. But look at all that body detail. That's a lot of detail to put on a minifigure. And he's even got a lot of leg detail. Here's his back printing. I don't know if they've ever done a minifigure with this color T-piece that holds the legs together. I know they've done black legs, and everyone knows that, but I don't know about the belt. That might be new. And they gave him dark green arms, which is nice that they actually, you know, made it so he looks close. So here's his face, just a standard clone face. And here's his helmet. Quite a bit of detail on his helmet, even like some scuff marks and stuff like that. And that's all cool. So that's Commander Gree. For everyone who's been waiting for him, you finally can get him. So we'll focus back into the set, and now let's get on to the actual model. So here's the ATAP itself. As you can see right here, public signs on both sides. I knocked off a piece, and I don't know where it goes. Oh, I figured out where it goes. Alright, anyway, what I was trying to do is show you the front of the model. This is a sticker, and this is a sticker. So there's quite a few stickers on this set, but they're justified. So here's a look at the gun. Now what I really like is the mechanism they use to keep the gun locked. And it's this little hinge, ball and hinge joint. That's a spring-loaded shooter, by the way, since I just shot it. I guess we'll skip ahead to that real quick. There's that. But what I wanted to show you is if you pull this down, now this top turret can spin. And move and all that. This top turret spins. God dang it. I don't even know where that went. Oh no. Well, I'll find that eventually. That's really weird. Anyway. So there's that, and how you lock it back into place is you just push this into that little piece right there, and it stays in place and the gun doesn't move and all that fun stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to unlock it so you can see that this big cannon can move too. It doesn't go up very high, but you know, it doesn't really need to shoot straight up. So I'll just lock that back into place. Personally, I like the way that this cannon looks, newly designed and stuff. So this is our third gun, and it just moves up and down, just so it can hit droids that try to get underneath it. You know, they get past the two big cannons. So, just like in the other ATAP, you open it up, and you can see inside. I mean, there's not much to see inside other than the inside of the model. But there's a few stickers in there, and I'll show you them in a minute. But both sides do open. And if we go to the back, we can also open the back. It's not really meant to be open, so I'm just going to take the piece up. There you can see inside the ATAP. Nothing real spectacular on the inside. But whatever. So, question is, do the legs move? Yes, they do. They move actually pretty decently. So, you don't need to worry about that. They're built a lot different than the last model, and I'll compare that to you in a little bit. But it's just better. Just all around better. So, just like all the other ATAPs, you open it up, and you can go inside the model. And I'm going to just adjust the legs real quick so it doesn't, whatever. You kind of have to hold it. But there you can see the droid sticker. That's a droid gunship. It's just funny how they did it for both sets. Like in the droid gunship, they had a sticker of the AT-AT Walker, and in this set, they have a sticker of the droid gunship. That's kind of cool. So here's the inside. Those two brown chairs are where Chief Tarful or clone troopers or whoever you want to put in there to pilot this walker. All that fun jazz. And I guess I can put one. I can put gree in there just to show you. So just put the commander in there. And there he's sitting in the walker. And he's holding his gun and binoculars, and he's still sitting there. I keep knocking that piece off. And we can open up the side, and you can also see him sitting there. Right there. So, there's that. And our last feature, and of course everyone knows about it already, but it is the third leg, and it's a lot different than the last one on how they kept it secure. So as you can see, there's these two Technic pieces right here, and you just fold them up, and then this piece can come down. So then the third leg can come out and be placed right there. And I know you can't see the leg. I mean, you can see where the leg is, but you can't actually see the leg. I'll move back in a second. I just knocked the piece off. But here's a look at the leg while it's flipped upside down. It moves. It moves just how a third leg would if you had one. It's a lot more posable than the last one. But if I move it back, there it is, standing on its third leg. And on the box picture, they kind of have it angled like that. I don't know. However you wish to position it. That leg is really only used for when they need to take repeated multiple shots. That was redundant. Repeated shots with the top gun so they don't tip over or lose balance. And how you put it back is you fold it up like this, and you push it. Okay, so you hold the leg folded like this. You can't even see it. The leg folded like this, and see that red piece? You push the foot underneath the red piece and swing this Technic thing back down, and the leg stays right in place. So there is all of that. Now I'm going to move the minifigures so we can compare it to the old ATAP Walker. So, looking at the old one compared to the new one is like night and day. First thing that strikes me is, well, okay, it's probably not the first thing that you saw, but the first thing I saw is the green on the old one is very bright. Because I don't really think they used this new green very much, if at all, back when the old set was out. So that's a reason. Another thing is the old one looks like it's tilted downward, where the new one is, you know, more sturdy in the leg structure, so it can be standing upright and doesn't look like a frog as much. Okay, so normal everyday features. Of course, the gun is completely different than the old one, and it looks a whole lot better than this thing. The only thing that this one has that this one doesn't is this gun can move up and down, but this gun is locked into place where this one isn't. So they changed it slightly. What are some other differences? The feet on the old one, looking at them now, are pretty horrendous, and the new one just has gigantic feet. When I was building it, that was one of the things that really struck me, is how much bigger the feet are on this one than the old one. And they just are way sturdier than the other one. Pretty much everything, and this is the obvious change, is everything is bigger on the new one. Because I was thinking about it, and the old one was $39.99 and 392 pieces. Where this one is a bit more expensive, but has over 300 more pieces. So there's a huge, like, overhaul done to the set. Everything is just, it's just built a whole lot better. But nonetheless, the old one was never a bad set, but this one just completely is way better. And if you didn't get the last one, I'd recommend going and getting this new one, because you won't be disappointed. So if you look, last couple things, if you look at the legs, you can see that they're completely, like, changed. The legs are more angled with the old one. I don't know, everything is just, if LEGO needed to improve this set, that's what their main goal was. They did it by 150%. Was it worth it being the biggest set in the wave? Absolutely. I believe that this was a fantastic set. It's raining pretty hard outside. On a side note, if you heard that thunder. Anyway, that's it for the ATAP. I got 3 more as the limited edition sets, so stick around for those. Leave a like and comment, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. So, on that note, see you guys later.